Welcome to episode 11, I think this is. I'm probably all out of order now. We got the motor all bolted up. We got all the covers and interior components on there. And it's getting really heavy now. What I plan on doing, rather than bolting on the carbs and electronics and all the other stuff that needs to go on, we're going to throw this power head back onto the boat, and then we'll bolt everything else exterior. I got Colin here with me. We're going to carry this together, get it lined up so we don't drop it. We'll take the cowling off. Oh, it's been a while. We'll try to just get all that out the way for now. We're going to clean this, get this surface up a little bit, clean it off, and we're going to set this motor right there. Alright, so we got our gasket here. Another nice pre-cut, ready to go gasket. Let's see which way it goes. Only go one way, right? Got the gasket lined up. Let's go grab the power head counter. Next step, now that we got the power head sitting on the middle sections, we got 8 of these bolts here. They need to be at 15 foot-pounds of torque, and they all go up under here. 1, 2, 3, 2 in the front, and then 3 more on this side. 1, 2, 3, and those 2 in the front. Come on, Colin, get them in there. So I got all the bolts in on my side, bolting the block down to the midsection, but Colin was struggling with his bolt. So I went over there to see what was going on, and I tried to fool with it for a little while, but I realized that it would not go in. We decided to take it all apart and see what was causing the problem, what was stopping the bolt from going into the hole. All these holes are drilled right. If you can see the diameter of them, they're all right except for this one in this corner. So we're gonna have to do a little alteration on this gasket real quick before we put it back in. I think I'm just gonna take a drill bit to it. All right, we're done. We did our little modification. Now we gotta line all this stuff back up and drop it back on again. We got all that clear. Let's put it back on there. That's something, if you know what you're doing, you would have checked that before you did what we did. But we don't know what we're doing. We're learning as we go. So let's get it back on there. We're gonna go back to putting these bolts on. Everything is just a process. We don't know what we're doing, so it's all just trial and error. But we're taking our time and making sure we're doing everything right. At least that's what we think. There's one tricky bolt on here. It's way under here. There's a little cubby hole. I don't know if you can even see that. Back in this little recess. I don't even know how we got this one out. Why did Yamaha do this to us? Explain that. How do you... That screw right there was the hardest part of doing this motor. You gotta get that. See my finger right there? You gotta get a bolt inside of there with minimal access, and I probably didn't have the right wrench. But yeah, that was a pain. Now we're about to torque up all of these to 15 pounds, 15 foot-pounds on all of these. There's only one torque setting, so get to it, Colin. torque the power unit down. Man, I feel accomplished now, Colin. Then I didn't know if we were ever going to get back to this level. So now we need to get it past this level. Next step we're going to do is we're going to put these bottom cowlings back on. There's one right here in the front, screws right there, and then there's another one that goes on the back. It's been sitting in the back of the boat for months now. 4 little screws here, 2 long ones and 2 short ones. You just got to figure out what's the long and what's the short. You just look at the depth of the screw holes right there. One's shorter, one's longer. Let's do it. Kind of tricky too, you gotta move everything out the way to get to it. That's what I realized. The Loctite was for these boats that you're not gonna be able to retorque once you put everything on it. So now we got this cowling on. We're gonna do the wiring now. We're gonna get the starter and all that stuff back on, bolted back onto here. Let's go find those screws. We got it all kind of laid close to where it's supposed to be. So now we're gonna try to route all these wires. So, you just gotta figure out what that red wire goes to. Yeah. And this is that emergency circuit.
Might need to look for that.
This is the emergency circuit. You gotta figure out where these grounds go. Here, we can also put these on here. We can sanding up these grounds, cleaning them up a little bit. Little problem here. We connected up most everything that was hanging loose, except we ran into this wire right here. We cannot, I don't remember what this wire goes to. It's a red wire that comes all the way from the front of the boat. So we're gonna figure it out though. We're gonna figure it out. Alright, so we got the starter on there now. We still don't know what that wire is for yet. It's a small screw.
This one like this, huh? This is a small screw.
No. Oh, this goes right there.
Oh.
Right? That's what I remember. Really? I think so. Right? Don't that go right there?
That's the smallest screw.
It fits right on that screw.
That would make sense why they had got this.
Once we figured out that where that thermostat wire went, we only had a few more pieces that were hanging on, so we decided to just quickly bolt on the throttle bracket, attach the throttle, linkages up to the cables again, and get all that together. All right, let's get that one there. Give me that nugget. I'll take it over. What do you feel for the M8s or the M6s?
What?
6?
That's 2 kilograms.
You think that we should have went over top of that.
Why does it say L though?
All right. You want to torque these?
The torque of that.
They sell a smaller one. All right, we got all that on. We're gonna do the throttle. I don't know if this is approved.
It's not inside of nothing, so it shouldn't.
Just take that like that. Shove that in there. You put your other plastic washer on the inside. And that goes like so. Hope it don't break nothing.
No.
13 foot-pound, not Newton meters. Slide that on. Same. Okay. Give me. I realized I didn't do an outro for this episode, but I'd like to thank you for watching. We're almost there. We almost completed the motor. This series is almost through. We only have a couple more episodes, and then we'll drop the boat in the water. You guys will get to see that. Thanks for watching. If it's your first time watching it, don't forget to check out the playlist where we started the rebuild, and I'll see you guys out on the water soon.